We've been talking about it and speculating about it forever, but we might as well keep talking about it because we got the first trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. So here are some things that you may have missed from the trailer and some things that we've learned. Be prepared though, I'm gonna be totally honest, this was a very short trailer, so we don't have a lot to work with, so you better put on your speculation hats. Let's get started off with number 5. In the trailer, we see 7 mounted cowboys. They're all wearing masks, but they're all riding into battle. There's 7 of them. That's important. Other than that, not much was shown about possible characters in the trailer, but the poster, that first preview we got, is a different story. 3 characters in a specific poster stand out way more than the others, seeing that they resemble Bill, John, and Dutch from the original Red Dead Redemption. And seeing that, according to the story, they did at one point ride together, I could definitely see this not just being a circumstantial resemblance, and these guys are actually who we think we are, and that this game may actually be a prequel and you'll be riding with Dutch's gang. Now, I'm curious to see what you guys think, but it seems to me that on the left you see a John Marston, but then again, the guy in the middle also kind of may resemble a younger John. But then that would mean Dutch and Bill are also younger, but on the poster, it doesn't seem like they're that much younger because they're clearly recognizable. And in Red Dead Redemption, it takes place 5 years after you stop running with that gang. So maybe you play a brand new character within this gang, and John Marston is just a supporting character, or maybe a quest giver. Maybe the game will actually have the heist where John was shot and left for dead by his gang. Would that be, and the rest of this game ultimately be setting up the events we see in Red Dead Redemption? Honestly, the more I talk about it, I hope that's the case. I'd very much like us to be correct on this. And at number 4, that whole gang thing worked really well in Grand Theft Auto Online, and the planning heists worked really well, especially in GTA single player. So maybe here, assuming that you're riding with a gang, judging by the 7 gang members, there will be some sort of organization of train and bank heists, and them really being not just story moments, but mainstream gameplay mechanics. You do see a train, and of course that shot with the gang riding with their faces covered, clearly doing some crime stuff. Also, I've seen a lot of people online talking about possible raids on towns and settlements, whether that's integrated into the multiplayer online or on the single player. Either way, that sounds really cool, and it also makes sense for the time period. Also, side note, one of the guys in that shot of the 7 riders is holding 2 revolvers, so maybe we can dual wield? That would be pretty awesome. And at number 3, you may not have noticed, but there is a shot with someone walking with a dead deer on the back of their horse. So the only thing this leads me to believe is that maybe hunting is more of an essential gameplay function and focus this time around. If they're going for true realism here, maybe hunting is actual more of a physical gameplay element where you go out, you hunt the animal, and then you have to haul it back to town before you get, say, maybe crafting ingredients. This could really expand upon the very, very light crafting we saw in Red Dead Redemption and probably be pretty awesome. Crafting is all the rage in games right now, and I know Rockstar Games doesn't always go with the trends, but this one could make sense. And at number 2, it very much seems like the game may take place more in Middle America as opposed to the southwestern, more desert-like lands near the border of Mexico like in Red Dead Redemption. We see way more lush forests, a bunch of different types of trees, and wide open plains in this trailer that lead me to believe that this is clearly a different area of America that we haven't seen in Red Dead Redemption. Where exactly? We don't know, and if they don't have the hot desert type stuff, I am going to miss that because I do think of that when it comes to cowboys. But if you also notice in the majority of the shots that they showed, there's a repeating theme of mountaintops in the background, topped with snow. You see it from many angles in different spots in the trailer. That leads me to believe that the game is definitely based in a more mountainous area. I know that's not much to go on. Like I said, we don't have a lot of information here, but we're trying, damn it. And at number 1, let's talk about one of the more interesting things, and that's the setting and the time. According to myself and many other people, this definitely seems like it's a prequel, and there are a few things that truly point this out, although it's not definitive. One is the guy in the poster who is wearing what seems like a Civil War uniform and is holding Civil War era revolvers. The Civil War was between 1861 and 1865, so even if this game took place a few years before that, this dude would be pretty damn old. Even if he was like 18 years old in 1865, he would be in his 50s in 1900 and 63 in 1911 during Red Dead Redemption, and by then he'd most likely be dead because, you know, life expectancy, the age wasn't that high back then. There's also the shot with the herd of buffalo running around, and by 1900, buffalo in America were mostly extinct. This would not be a common sight, which leads me to believe it could be earlier. While they once numbered in the hundreds of millions, the population of the American bison decreased to less than 1,000 by 1890. So that's definitely some food for thought. The trade for buffalo skin, meat, and fur was highly sought out, and with Native Americans also relying on it for the basis of their economy and their way of life. So while the buffalo were almost extinct by 1900, and in 1911, when Red Dead took place, you wouldn't be seeing massive herds like that, although they were in the game, you didn't see massive roaming herds. That leads me to believe that it has to take place in the mid to late 1800s maybe, although there are still many questions up in the air. We don't have a good glimpse of what the technology really is then and there, and also some of the shots of the cities and buildings look fairly well established and very old, which means it could possibly take place closer to the 1900s. We honestly don't don't know. But hey, it's fun to speculate, right? We definitely learned some things here. A few small bonus things to note is that PlayStation is getting a deal with the marketing and with Red Dead Redemption. And with this Red Dead Redemption 2, basically they're going to get online content first. You've heard about deals like this before with games like Destiny. It's happening and it's confirmed with Red Dead Redemption 2. It's also worth noting that the voice actor who played Bill Williamson only just joined Twitter in September. He hasn't posted anything yet, but his banner on his Twitter account is notable and he does follow the guy who voices Dutch. I don't know if this totally matters, but the timing really isn't something that can be totally ignored, you know? It seems like it just kind of all adds up. So guys, those are some very few things we learned from the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. We do also know it's releasing in fall 2017, and I don't know about you guys, but I definitely can't wait. But I'm looking forward to talking about this game much more soon, so let me know in the comments what you think about Red Dead Redemption 2 and what you're really hoping to see in this game. Let me know if you also caught some things in the trailer that I didn't, because we'd love to hear about it. You guys know the deal, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and we really appreciate it. And subscribing if you're new is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.